This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello. Welcome to the next session on SAP workflow. And in the last few classes, we have discussed about some of the concepts, basic concepts about the workflows. And so this is my. So in the last class, we have discussed about some of the basic things about the workflow. So can anybody explain what exactly is a workflow? Yes. So workflow ensures. Yesterday we have seen what exactly. The workflow ensures the right work being sent to the right person in the right time, in the right sequence. We have seen the right sequence and as well as right work. And today we are going to see some more right works. In the process level, we are going to discuss. And also SAP workflow architecture, if you see the workflow architecture, yeah. So this is our workflow architecture, and we have seen the web program level as well as the business object level as well as the process level and organization management. Still we need to look it out. But in the business object level, we have seen most of the concepts. So how to build the custom business object and how to enhance the custom business object with the custom feeds and how to find out the existing or standard business object for any business application. And also we have seen in the process level, in yesterday's class, in the process level is in a workflow case. In the workflow level, we have two kind of tasks. Okay, one is a single step task and another one is a multi-step task. In single step, we have standard task and workflow task, and in the multi-step, we have the workflow template and workflow task. So to create a workflow task, we need to go to the PFTC. Actually, we need to create it. Okay, from the PFTC, we can go to the. If it is a multiple task, actually, we need to go to the workflow builder. Okay, the transaction is the SWDD, and you need to go to the SWDD. In the SWDD, there are different kind of steps, and we have activity. Activity is nothing but a task, and we have a web activity. So if you want to call the web-related activities, then we are going to use the web activity. And also we can send the notifications by using send mail step. And the forms, we can attach the Adobe forms and user decisions. We can provide an approval and reject buttons and document from template I never used and condition to check the condition and multi-condition if you want to check multiple conditions and event creator wait we'll see later and the container operation if you want to assign the values or if you want to do any arithmetic operations we are going to use the container operations. And if you want to do a parallel processing, we are going to use the fork is the step. Someone asked yesterday, so what is the parallel processing? Can we do the parallel processing? We can do it the fork step. And loop until, right? So loop and loop, the same thing we can do by using loop until step processing. And in the last class, we have discussed maybe, so SWDD is a transaction. In this transaction, we have seen the some of the container operation, assign number one, assign number two, and also we have used multi-condition. Actually, this is a multi-condition. We check the multi-conditions, right? So this kind of things we have did in the SPS class. Maybe so today I am going to create one more workflow. If you want to create one more workflow, just directly you can create from here itself. And go to the header, see basic data, and here you can provide the abbreviation. Maybe I will use this today, G workflow loop operation base. I'm going to use the loops in that today's class. So workflow for loop until. So maybe in the basics I will and also work item text demo for workflow for loop until and send email step as well. Both the things we are going to see in this. Whenever you save it, so it creates a workflow. See this, it's in a WS because it's in a multi-step task. Since you are in the SWDD, it's a multi-step task, and it provides a WS as a prefix. And here you can see there is an undefined block. See? So there is a step started and a step completed. And here you can see, and you can right click and create. And maybe I'm going to use the, first of all, if I want to write your program, you need to have a workflow elements, and workflow container is the memory area. So you need to have a data objects. First, define some data objects. Maybe my data object is gv underscore counter base. This is my data object. I'm going to define one counter and counter. So counter is one of the object. Control. So gv underscore counter. Copy it. So gv underscore counter. And maybe counter I can take some of the variables. Maybe counter I can take into 4, right? Integer I can take as a counter, and I should select whether it is an import or export parameter. Yes, yes. Maybe if you see here, you can see there is a GV underscore counter which is 10. Then what I am going to do is I am going to create create, and we have seen the container operation already. Okay, so today we are going to see what even we have seen the multiple condition. Now I am going to see about loop until this. Loop is the do and loop and loop. That is the step. Loop until provides the for loop. The step name is increment counter. Increment underscore counter. This is my loop step. Okay, here when this loop until when your loop should be exit. So when the loop should be completed. Maybe I have any variable. You need to create a condition when your loop should be completed. Let's take an example in the ABAP. Suppose if you are an internal table iTab, if you loop, so whenever the records, suppose if I have 10 records, when the 10 records are processing completed, the loop will be completed. And do 10 times. So 10 times, after the 10 times, the loop will be completed. Here also same thing. I am providing a conditional loop. So click here to create a condition and double click on this, and when the loop reaches to the, when the counter reaches to the 10, I should complete. I should maybe equal is the operator. Okay. Equal is the operator. Yes. When the counter reaches to the 10 and complete this workflow step, that's what my loop until step. See, so this is my loop until step, and I also have given the condition. So whenever the counter reaches to the 10, this loop should be executed completely. And see here, and also whenever you create a loop, and you should provide a true. True means when it will be true. Whenever it reaches the 10, then that time it is true, and before that it will be false. Maybe I can say here increment counter. Every time I need to increment the counter, but whenever it reaches to the 10, exit the loop. That's my outcomes. Whenever it reaches to the 10, counter reaches to the 10, you need to exit the loop. And the false condition, you need to increment the counter. And okay. And now you can see, so whenever it reaches 10, it will exit the loop, it will complete the workflow. But below less than 10, it will always increment the counter. So here, in this step, you need to create and you need to increment the counter. If you want to increment the counter, you need to use a container operation. Because, so here, increment counter, counter incremented. And my result parameter is, what is the counter here? GV underscore counter. And equal to the, again, GV underscore counter and plus 1 base. Exactly. So first time, initially the value is 0. When it comes to the first time, 0 plus 1, first time loop, and next time 1 plus 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It will increment every time one has an account. See, now you can see, and if you see this kind of things, maybe you need to select this one, align. So it will give me the alignment. Okay, every time it increments the counter, but when the counter reaches to the 10, it will exit the C, it will exit the loop. That's the outcome. And exit. And exit. So now, see, this is my loop step. See guys, I'm going to execute this workflow. So don't give anything. Initial value is 0 automatically since it's an integer, and execute. And your workflow is started, and workflow log. See guys, increment counter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened? 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe there is some problem. It incremented, counter incremented, and 1. Why it's giving? Huh?
Two times it is incrementing and counting.
1, 5, 9.
Yeah,
Increment counter, counter incremented.
yeah, 10 times.
10 times only, right?
Yeah.
Why it's giving me 2 times here?
Log one for incrementing and another for.
Hmm. Yeah. So, but there is an exit. But if you see the log, graphical log, you can see over here. See, it is incremented 10 times. It is incremented. Maybe my description is wrong because see increment counter, counter incremented. Maybe 2 times the the text is displaying 2 times. But so this is the loop guys. Loop until so for the loop exactly you need to give the condition. Where exactly you need to we need to exit the loop. The condition you need to implement for the loop until. So maybe we'll go to here. And one step we have seen what is the container operation. Maybe container operation. And next step is loop until. So we include questions. What exactly is the loop until? What is the container operation? You may get the questions. Loop until. It is like for loop. It is like do and loop statement, but we have to give condition where exactly the loop should exist. So we need to make it a condition. So we need to make it a condition, and we need to tell to the system where exactly that loop should exit. We should give in a condition. We should give in a condition. Okay. So that's in a loop until statement. It exactly works like in a do and loop and loop. But we need to make in a condition. Whenever you give the condition, when the condition meets, the loop will be completed. So that's in a one statement, one of the step. Because there are different kind of steps. Third step is the send email is used to send notifications. Notifications. That's the sending email step. It's very easy guys. Maybe in the increment after increment the counter I will send an email guys. So create step and send email. So there is an email notification, and my email notification, see guys, there are different kind of email notifications. Maybe I will send it to the email address. So my email address is Yeshua. Sorry, EDZ tech EDZ tech at the right gmail.com. This is my email ID. I'm going to send the notification, and you can see there is a subject. Okay, okay, test workflow, and this is my body test. Maybe I now this is to notify we are developing a send email step with the workflow training. Okay, and thanks. So it is okay. This is the body. This is the content, guys. This is the subject. Actually, this is the content. This is the content of the body. This is my subject. Okay, and you need to give the task. Sending email is also one of the tasks. So the workflow email is a task, and also send email. Send email is my step. That's it. Save it and okay. And okay. And every time I'm using an send email step and save it. And also for every email, I need to tell to the system. And so what is the counter of this email? Okay, maybe test workflow, my counter first time test workflow for loop counter for every time. So this is the first time I am sending an email, second time I am sending an email. Suppose if you want to put in a variables, dynamic variables, and you can insert the variables from here. See, there is a GB underscore counter. So every time I can send. So first time if you are sending an email, the counter value, and second time the counter is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. You can send almost 9 times. Whenever it reaches the 10 times, the loop will be executed. So that's the send email step and save and activate. And QR workflow is activated, and we are going to execute now and execute the workflow and go to the workflow. Huh? Okay, it stopped. Why? This is process. Test workflow for loop counter, increment counter, counter incremented, counter incremented. So where is the send email? Yeah, now it is complete. See, so it has sent email for the 10 times. See guys, so 1 test workflow for loop counter 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. And so where to check the, so maybe I have sent an email to the external user. I need to see the log. So did my email sent to the person or not? Where can I check it? Where can I check it? How to see the logs? So email logs. So if you want to see the email logs, SOST is a transaction. SOST. See, the T code is SOST. And if you go and see here, see guys. So first counter, this is one email, and second counter, second email, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10. So the condition is met. After the 10th loop, it is completed. So I am sending 10 emails. See, this is my subject. Test workflow for loop counter 3. 3 I am building in a dynamically. I am building the value. I am building that value in a dynamic way. So come back. Come back. If you see send email step, see this value is coming in a dynamic way. So if you want to print dynamic values, we need to use ampersand, and inside that we need to have a data object and close with the ampersand. Okay. So this is the printing of the dynamic values. And also here, if you see the log, it's in a yellow color base. If it is in a red, that means there is an error. Okay, if it is in a yellow, that means it's ready for dispatch. Maybe if I want to send these emails, I need to execute this task. Execute. Okay, maybe it goes for red. Yeah, it goes to the red. Why? Because so my address is not valid. It's not. It's a valid, but this is my server, which is not a internet facing server. That's the reason it's giving me the error. So it's not a internet facing server. Maybe sometimes I can restrict the emails. Okay. So if you want to see the email settings, very important ways, because so in your company definitely there will be email settings. So the transaction code is a SCOT. SCOT is the transaction. SCOT. Okay. I'm going to the SCOT. And here you can see guys, SMTP, you know the protocol, right? SMTP, Simple Mail Transport Protocol. So here double click on the internet. See guys, star means I can send it to anything. I can send it to the @gmail.com. I can send it to the yahoo.com, and I can send the email to the EDZ, EDZ text.com. I can send it to the everything, any domain I can send it. So I am not mentioning the emails. I am mentioning start. I can send it to anyone. But in the companies, maybe why I need to send to the external email? I need to send it to only the company. Maybe I need to send it to only for Facebook.com. See, I am Facebook.com implementing the SAP. If they want to send the notification to the only Facebook users, they will put like this @Facebook.com. So it will send only emails to the Facebook.com. It doesn't send any email to the other email IDs. That's the configuration which you need to have it. Always I prefer to use the star in the demo systems. Okay. Okay. And save. So this is important because so there is a functionality. So you need to send an email. If you see this kind of errors, you need to go to the SCOT. In the SCOT, you need to mention as an SCOT, or else you need to mention your company ID. Okay. So this is one requirement, and maybe I am sending the email from the my workflow. Sometimes I need to send an email from the program as well. Okay, how can you send the email from the program space? So that is also very important. So there is a function module SC37 S4 underscore document underscore uh, S4 document. I don't remember, but I can get it. Star API. Yes. So S4 document send API one guys. See, so this is the one of the function module. With this function module, we can send the emails from the program space. Maybe this is an entry question. So you can send the emails from this. See, send new document with attachments using RFC, SAP Office. So this is the one function module. Guys. Remember it. So how can you send the emails from the program? Real time you use this kind of things, guys. Why? Because whenever the invoice is created, you are going to get in an email, guys, right? So maybe I will show you the exact requirement. See, guys. So I got a billing with the email info, with the email. Same kind of thing. If you want to send from, see, I am using a postpaid account in the from the Airtel. I got an email with the attachment, my invoice for this month. So if you want to send this email from the program, for the workflow it's very easy. I can send by using send email step. But if you want to send from the program, so you need to use these function models. So one is the function model. Okay, function model is because it's an inter question. Okay, and go to this. This is the one of the function models. And also I can use the why it's not copying. Okay, maybe I didn't enable my this thing. See, quick cut and paste ways. You need to enable this option. So if you enable this option, so see, if I do like this, it will copy automatically. That's the problem actually. because I have formatted my system. That's why it's giving me the problem. CLASS. Even I can use the class as well as. So my class is, I think, class. What is the transaction to find out the class? What is the class? What is the transaction? SA24. Perfect. And CL underscore BCS. See, CLBCS and email is. What is the email? CLBCS is the class. I think, yeah. See, add recipient. If you want to add email ID, we use this method, and create link, create persistent creation date, okay, and also document. So this is the class which we have send document and reply. Everything we can do with this class is email functionality. If you want to use an object orientation, you need to use this class CL underscore BCS class. CL underscore BCS. Okay. So what is the implementation? How do you do the implementation? Simple guys. I don't know how to write the code. Just do in a various list. You are going to get where exactly it is used, and we can see how standard SAP has implemented. See BCS example. So they have implemented like this. Okay, so you need to see the standard, and we have to implement this. Nice. Okay, so just I have mentioned these two classes, and you can explain in the interviews. Okay, so how to send the emails by using programs. You can use the function model, you can use the class. Okay, but workflow is very easy. No need to do anything, and automatically SAP generates a code. You need to give a subject, and you need to give a subject content, subject body is. That's the name. Send email step is. Send email step. Okay, then uh, maybe so this email I need to send maybe only one time, not 10 times. In this step it sends an email 10 times, but I don't want to send an email 10 times. So I need to put in a condition. I need to send only one time. So how can you put the condition? See, before sending an email, I'm going to implement a condition. Create a condition step. Okay, if and if, that's it. Condition. In this condition, check first. Check first is my condition, and implement the condition. And when the GB underscore counter equal to the 1, see here I enter the 1, enter. When the GB underscore counter equal to 1, if it is the first loop, then only send the email, and all other things don't send any email. That's it. So false, true, send when the GB underscore counter equal to 1. Others, others don't send. So this is my things. Okay, when the GB underscore counter equal to 1, send the email. For all other steps, don't send the email. So this is my counter. See, this is my counter. Maybe I'm not able to. Okay, I need to highlight this if you want to see the description. See, so I am highlighting it. So just reduce the this box. You can it will zoom actually. Send when the counter equal to 1. Only send the email when the counter equal to 1. So maybe what I can do, I can cut this block, cut block, and what I can do is I'm going to send when it is equal to 1, then only I'm going to send it. For all other condition, I don't send any email. So this time it will send the email only when the counter equal to 1 is. See? So execute and execute and go to the workflow log and see guys. So when the check first, see, first time increment counter, and when it is check first, send when the counter equal to 1. Okay, and for all other, don't send it with others, don't send it, others don't send it, others don't send it, others don't send it. See, if you want to see, this time it will generate only email, only one email it will generate. Go and see here, and S for ST, And maybe after all this, there is a one. See, already I have processed all the 10 emails, and now the recent one, only one email is generated. So that's a conditional step. Okay. So we have seen send email, no more in content operation, send email, and maybe I will go to insert and maybe new slide, blank, and insert. So it's a fourth step, right? It's a condition. You know the condition, right? So it will check the condition and based on the value it follows the true and false branch. Okay, that's like conditional step. It's like an if and condition, normal programming condition. If it is true, do something, and else, if else case, simple. This is an if else, else it's a false condition, and exactly in programming you write this statement the same way the conditional step will work. The conditional step will and multi-condition. Fifth is the multi-condition. Okay, so multi-condition it checks the multiple conditions and it works like a case and end case statement. So it works like in a case and end case. Okay, case when this value equal to 1, do the arithmetic addition. When the case equal to this, and do the subtraction. When the case equal to another one, do the some other operation. So it works like in a case and end case statement. And we have multiple branches based on n number of conditions. Yesterday we have seen based on n number of conditions, it gives the n number of branches, right? So yesterday we had checked 4 conditions, maybe I think. So it follows the 4 paths, 4 branches as given. But if it is in a condition, it gives true or false. But if it is in a multi-condition, it gives based on the n number of conditions, it will give the n number of branches. That's the difference between condition and multi-condition. So maybe, so we have seen some of the important steps, and also we have seen the activity also. In the first workflow, we have seen the activity. The activity step also very, very important. Okay, maybe I'll go to the next slide. The sixth kind of step is the activity. Activity, what is the activity, guys? Perfect. So that's it. It's a task, okay, which will be executed by user or system. Okay, and this can be a multiple task as well, and this can be a multiple task. So I can create a task. The task can be in a single step or multiple step task. Okay, this should be executed by system or user, but here what we need to have DO and method to execute this task. So otherwise you cannot execute this task case. Maybe we'll explore more on this. Okay, just it's an activity step. It's an activity step. Seventh one is process control. So this is one more step. Which is used to control the workflow. Like we have continue and exit, stop and return parameters in programs. In the same way, this is a process control, which is a step which is used to which is used to which is used to the control your the workflows. Okay, suppose so whenever there is a condition, in that condition I should like to terminate the workflow. I should come out of the workflow. Maybe here in this workflow SWTD. In this SWTD, maybe in the first condition, I am incrementing the counter by using container operation, and here I am checking the condition. Okay, whether it is in a first or second. Okay, if it is in a first, I am sending the workflow. If it is second, I am not sending any workflow. Maybe in this branch, I am going to put in a one more step based. It's a process control. So check fifth counter. When it reaches to the fifth counter, maybe fifth counter, check fifth loop iteration. When it is in a fifth loop iteration, completes the workflow. Just complete workflow. I don't want to proceed from the sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and tenth. Don't go to the ninth. If you are at the fifth position, complete your workflow. Complete the workflow. That's it. It will complete the workflow, guys. See, and activate your workflow and execute your workflow. Execute your workflow and execute. See, go to the log. See, guys, it goes to the fifth. Check. So actually, it's a fifth loop iteration. When it is in a fifth, it executes the loop. Maybe it. I didn't provide the condition, guys. Check fifth loop, and maybe I need to put one more condition, guys, here. Actually, for the second loop itself, it executes. See, it comes to the first, it sends an email. In the second loop, it comes over here, it executes this loop. It completes the workflow, but I should complete the workflow only when the condition meets. When the condition, maybe I will put one more condition. My condition is set counter again, and if the condition equal to 5, if the gv underscore counter equal to the 5, that time only I need to complete 5. Okay, so condition met, condition reaches to the fifth one, condition reach to fifth one, and false other conditions. It's in other conditions, please. Okay, and see, it's in other condition. When it is reached to the fifth, that time only you have to complete it. Maybe I can cut this block and maybe uh, condition reached, and see, I'm going to place this block. So whenever it is in a 5, that time only you need to complete the workflow. Other conditions you should not complete the workflow. Execute and execute the workflow and execute it and workflow log, and you can see, so check counter condition reached to the fifth counter, and you are going to complete the workflow. See, so whenever it reaches to the fifth counter, it completes the workflow. It's maybe heavy dose, huh? Heavy dose, I think, yeah. So that's it. Maybe I don't want to go proceed further. So let me know if you have any questions on this, because it's little heavy dose. It's not like program, and it's a heavy dose. Tell me. So, hmm? Multiple email IDs. Okay, good question. Yeah. So maybe I will create an account of email IDs. GT underscore email. Okay. GT underscore email. Okay. Why it's not GT underscore email. My paste is not. And I go to the one of the table ADRC. In the ADRC there is an email ID. Control F external. No, I think there is a field email address is. Check. Control F email. No. Wait. You can see your email address. Telephone. There is an email field. See, telephone number. It's not a flag. I want a address, email address. There should be an email ID. Indicator email address is maintained. I want email address. It's all flags. So maybe down. It's a flag address. There is an email ID guys. ADRC. ADRC. SMTP. Huh? Ready? Okay, maybe. We'll do that. KL. Okay, go to the VPN screen. KL. There is an email address. ADR? Yes. I think, yeah. It is there in the area 6. It's correct. Area 6. Area 6 it doesn't have any emails. SMTP address. Perfect. This is the email address. Okay. So here I have given email address, and this is my, and also you have to put import and export content. And okay. And go to the again and GT underscore email and go to the initial values. Maybe I maintain the initial values is one by one I am going to maintain. So one value is EDZ tech and the right okay. And maybe I am going to assign the value here and see how can you insert the multiple values guys. Huh? Where is this? Oh, correct, perfect. So very good thinking. So it should be an internal table. This should be an internal table. And okay. And go to the GTM screen. Now use the initial line. See? So maybe initial line is plus GDZ. Okay, save. And maybe append one more. Tell some other email ID. Tell some. Huh? Okay, Niranjan. Adoni. Direct email. .com. Right? And one more insert. Huh? Huh? Okay, we it's ready. Ready. What is your 05? whatever it may be, my email doesn't work. There's something, and Gmail, because it doesn't work. So see guys, I have given the multiple email IDs and okay and save. And whenever you comes here, there is an email step, right? So email step here, instead of email address, you need to give an expression guys. Email address, instead of directly auto coding it, I can take and I can put in a GTM expression. So before I have auto coded, but now I am giving an expression. So it will send the email to the all the email addresses. See, and execute, and execute, and execute the and see the log. See guys, maybe sometimes it takes in process. See, off blue and off white. So in process. Yeah. So your email is sent. So maybe if you want to see the email and go to the SOST, there is the SOST and refresh it, refresh. You see guys, the email has been sent to the multiple people. Reddy, Niranjan, EDG Tech and EDG Tech. Sometimes, maybe fifth time, maybe I have made a duplicate email address. It sends to the multiple people in a single short list. So you can send it. But whenever you want to do this kind of very good question actually this is, and we are going to see this kind of things. So the dynamic variables. This is my dynamic variable. Before I have hard coded, and this time I have given a name, values. Dynamically I have given a values. Okay. So that's a name. Send email step with multiple users and conditional step and process control step, and also we have the container operation and also loop until step goes. Maybe we have more steps. Maybe that steps I am going to use in the real time scenario, in the actual business scenario. Tell this event container and wait. This should be in the business actual content because I cannot do here. And process control we have used, loop we have used, and fork also I will see in the loop until in the real time use case. And user decision, I am going to explain about user decision now. This is also one other step. Okay, maybe so next step is the user decision. Eighth step. Okay, user decision. So maybe so I am designing in a workflow. So this is an end. It's a foreground step where the user or agent or approver interaction is required until the user process the workflow will be in ready status. Okay, it's a user interaction task. So we have defined task. The task can be executed by the user or the system. So till now we have seen all tasks are executed by the system. But this is a step user decision where the user interaction is required. Until unless the user takes the action, the workflow will be in the ready status. So see, we are going to implement the new workflow for the user decision. Okay, so go to the save, and come back SWBD, and directly I am implementing the workflow in the SWBD. We create the workflow and go to the header. It's legend workflow user decision. Okay, it's a name foreground task. So foreground task and approve leave request. Approve leave request is my workflow and okay. Transport for the workflows and okay. And go to the undefined block and select a user decision step. See guys, I'm giving in a title. Please approve leave request. Okay. Here, who has to approve is the who has to approve. So the user is my ID admin has to approve this pull request. I'm the SAP user. ID admin is my manager base. So this concept we are going to call. So it's an organizational management base. So who is the approver? So if you go to the architecture, you can see now the organizational management comes to the picture. Now you see program, business object, process level, workflow, and organizational management. Who is the approver? Who is the right person to approve this task? So my right person is the ID admin. I am hardcoding it maybe, and the decision text. Okay, what are the buttons I need to give to the user? Approve and listen. This is my button. So outcome when it is approved, when he clicks on the approve, the outcome is approved. When he rejects, it's rejected is my rejected is my outcome. And okay, and this is my task. You see, approved and rejected. There are two paths because right sequence. When it is approved, it should go in the approved path. When it is rejected, it should go in the rejected path. So maybe if it is approved, I will send an email to the employee. Yes, your leave request is approved, right? So send email. Okay. So maybe workflow initiative. So your leave request. You will get an email, right? Your leave request has been approved. So this is my subject. Maybe I can say okay, your leave request has been approved. And initiator means who. Maybe I can send an email. Yes, I can send an email. Email address. EDC. Okay, I'm sending an email. Okay. Expression here. Okay, no problem. I'm hard coding it. And abbreviation G work for approved. This is my approval email, guys. Okay, approval. Okay. Save it. Okay. And if it is rejected, maybe I can take a copy of this. Copy. I can do the same ways. Paste. But here I will change. See? Email address. ABC. And here it should be the text should be changed. It should be rejected. And also it should be a result. It should be a result. Okay. And see guys, so I have an action. When it is completed, it should go in a approved process. If it is rejected, it should go in a rejected process. Activate. And guys, whenever you make a user decision, okay, so definitely there is a task. So for every activity, there should be a task. The task will be available in the control. Okay, in the control, you need to go. This is the task, guys. Automatically SAP creates a standard task. Go to this task and change and go to the attributes. Where is the attributes? Go to the agent assignment and maintain and attributes. It should be in a general task is always. It should be in a general task. Save, activate, and OK. So I have activated this workflow. Maybe I'm going to export this. And whenever I export this, what will happen? What should happen? It goes to the manager. Who is the manager for this? The manager is the ID. Okay. So maybe I'm executing this task and export the workflow. And the workflow is 1810683. Okay. So and see guys, manager receives an work item, and manager is the ID admin, and
IDES.
IDES. Enter. Enter. But where you can see this? Where you can see this task? Where you can see this task? So the next transaction is very very important. Okay, you can see the task, user decision task. Okay, so the transaction code is the SBWP. So SAP business workflows. This is the transaction list. SAP business workflows. SAP business workflows. It's very very important. So it's like your email guys. Okay, where in your email you see what kind of things you can see, inbox, outbox, and everything, right? In the same way, if you go to the SBWP, very very important. Okay, see who is the user. See, there is an inbox, there is an outbox, right? In the inbox, I see double click on it. So see guys, approve leave request for the employee, and double click on it, and oh, it's not my that. And so who is the user? Who is this? Huh? I think this is the one. Yeah, guys. You see, this is the leave request, and also I have given out buttons. There I have given approve, I have given reject, and if I click on approve, it goes in the approve path. If I click on the reject, it goes to the rejected path. Yes, maybe can I click on the approve? Yes, I am approving this leave request, and it is approved. Whenever it approves, see guys, the task is deleted from his inbox because he has taken a action. It should not be there in the in inbox. So that work item is completed. Maybe I need to see the workflow log. Maybe this is my workflow log, and go to the workflow log. See guys, there is an error. Why it's an error? So there is an error. Yes. Cannot be executed. So there is some problem. It's an error status. See, approved. Leave request has been approved, but it is not able to send the email, guys. It is not able to send the email over here. So I don't know why. And leave request has been rejected. Error and could not be sent. And maybe the problem is in the workflow. And go back, go back, and go to the upload. And this my email address is not maintained. That's why it's giving me the error. So the email address is easy. Check. So if there is no email address, it will give me the error. It is check at the rate Gmail. Why I didn't give the email address? So yeah, it's there. Now it goes to the upload. Yeah, it's there. Now it should give it. It should work. Okay, execute again and execute again. And next one is 686. And maybe I go to the SBWP. Now a new task comes. Why? Because I already got one more one here. And I will click on it and approve. And it is approved. And now I come back here. Control R, again error.
Description.
Leave request, approve leave. Leave request has been rejected. Hmm. Why it's giving me the error? Again, I go here. Okay, change it to the rejected. Change it to the rejected. It's approved. Maybe I will delete this. Yeah, copy paste problem for the block. And now leave request has been approved. Yeah, yeah. Okay, And your request has been approved and approved. It is a text direct gmail.com and confirm. And this is my task. That's fine. Here maybe I can go and create my own task and send email and mail and email address and lead text method gmail. Okay, lead test. So I'm taking a new task. Control C and Control V. And this is a rejecting. Rejected. Okay. So I have created two tasks here, one for the rejection and one for the this thing. Maybe so there is one more thing is here actually there is a binding concept and the binding it's for a U as a type ID, release it as an address string. Yeah, it should be there, otherwise it doesn't work. So the binding it should be there. Not to it. Next, next. And maybe I will go here. Again I will receive refresh it and please approve the new request. Maybe approve it and go here and display the log and why it's giving that error. So it's difficult to track the finance manager. Okay, it's getting work done. Something it's going for error base. The method is cannot be executed. I put in a general task. Yes. Why it's giving me the error? The leave request has been approved. Finance manager of the system. Here it is. So this is due to binding problems. Come back and come here and binding. Yes. Type ID address string. Here you can see type ID and address string. I think external I need to give type ID. I think address string and the recipient. U means it's an external ID, it's type ID, and address string, yeah, it is binded actually. So address string and yeah, type ID. Yeah, I think type ID doesn't have any interfacing parameters. Okay, maybe double click on this. Okay, change. Go to the container. There is a type ID. There is a type ID. Recipient type. Yeah, maybe it should be import. Yes, it should be import. Recipient address string. Do you see any address string? Address. Where is the address string? Address string is not available. Now, match this agent. Step agents. Agent. Address type. Type ID. Recipient. Recipient. Actually, address string is not available. Sign in email. This is the address string. Encryption. So tell me where is the address string? Address string is not available. Why I am getting this error? Maybe it's not blue. Understream should be. See, U is the internet address. And do you see any external address?
Yeah.
Yeah. Email, do you see an email? Maybe I will try with this. Okay. Maybe I will try with this.
Actually, instead of you, GRD,
Hmm?
GRD, will you try it? Try it.
It's good. Okay. But see guys, now it is ready. So ready, it is asking, see guys, it's a pure white. That means it's in a ready status. And also it is looking for the user and go to the agents and see it is waiting for the finance manager. Finance manager is nothing but idea. Then go here and refresh. And this, when this he approves, and this step will be, see guys, now refresh it and it will be completed. The step is completed. And it goes to a finance manager. Maybe the problem is pipe writing is blue. Again, it comes to blue.
Maybe the internet communication.
Address, see guys, address string is not set. The address string should be set, guys. It's not set. Where is the email ID? So there is no email ID. If you see here, there is no email ID at all. So that's the problem it is giving. And maybe the problem is with our code. The problem is with our email. There is no email ID. See, it's an email address. The address is, it should be an it's not a user. It's an error. Wait, it's an error. Sorry. Double click, and it should be an email address. Why it's not being special? E busy. It should be an email address. Gmail.com. Okay. Maybe I will go again. I'll go to the control. Go to the binding. Binding, it should be an U. It should be an email. edizitech@gmail.com. We put star only right in the SCOT. SCOT we put star. So it should not give any error actually. So it's a email address. So email address edizitech.com. Okay. And activate this. And again, maybe I can execute this task and export and see the workflow log. It's in the open status now. So it's in the open status. Agent is the finance manager. So we now come, I will come here and refresh, we'll get a task. So this is my task and upload it. I upload the task. If I go here and go and refresh, there is the refresh.
Yeah.
Hmm? Again, it's giving me the error. So yes. Maybe because of that only, because since it's not an internet communication system, it's giving the errors. Could not be sent. Because that is the problem, because we do not have any internet enabled stuff. That's why it's giving me the error. So maybe I can see this email as at least in my SOST, and we'll see that in the SOST. SOST. It should reach over here. See guys, and no, I didn't actually. I should get an approved things over here. Yes, that email should come at least over here. Huh? No. And so little difficult guys. In the workforce, if you get some errors, it will be difficult to track the errors. RFC is okay. It is executed. See the green symbols. The only no, object method senders cannot be executed. Okay. Maybe I will show the same thing uh, in my company things. Why? Because I need to show the difference of the system. Okay, I will pause the recording.